Okay guys, so now we are solving systems of equations again, but this time we are using something called the substitution method. So I went ahead and wrote out the instructions or the steps to solve by substitution for you right here. So you solve one of the equations for either x equals or y equals. You substitute the solution from step 1 into the other equation. You solve the new equation. Then you solve for the second variable. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. It will be a fairly simple process as long as you follow these 4 steps in order. So let's start with number 7. So your first step is solving one of the equations for x equals or y equals. If you notice in number 7, we're already solved for y equals. So step 1 is done for us, okay? So now we're going to move to step 2. Substitute the solution from step 1 into the other equation. So the solution for step 1 would be negative 6x because that's what y equals. So whatever your y or x equals, that's what's going to go into our other equation. So negative 6x equals y. So here is y in the other equation. So when we sub in, it's going to go in the place of y. Okay, so everybody see right here? So we just rewrote this first equation, but instead of y, we wrote negative 6x because it equals y. From there, we are going to just solve your basic equation. So we would start by multiplying here, so 7x minus 12x equals negative 15. Then we will use our combining like terms on this side, so 7x minus 12x is negative 5x equals negative 15, just comes down. Okay, and then from there, we are going to divide by negative 5 on both sides. And so we get x equals 3 for our first answer. X equals 3. Okay, so now we have started the first part. So we did all of this. We did step 1 and step 2. Now we solved this new equation. So that was step 3. So now we're just going to solve for the second variable. That means we're going to come over here to our other equation. We have x, so we need y. So we're going to plug in. Okay, so we are going to plug that 3 in for x. So our other equation was y equals negative 6x. So y equals negative 6. And remember, we're going to plug this 3 in here. The 3 that we got from solving the first equation. So y equals positive 18. So our solution to number 7 would be the ordered pair 3, 18. Because our x value is 3, our y value was 18. And remember, when we do these and we, if we graphed them, remember our solution was an ordered pair where our lines intersected. So this is why our solution here is also an ordered pair. Okay, so now we're going to look at number 8, and we're going to use the same rules, the same steps that we used for number 7. Every time you're solving by substitution, you will use these steps. So in number 8, one of your equations is already solved for y equals. Okay, so we are going to skip to number 2. There's your y equals equation. Substitute the solution from step 1 into the other equation. So again, y equals negative 2x. So we're just going to put in negative 2x where it says y. So it'll be negative 7x minus 4 times negative 2x equals 4. All right, from there, we just solve our equation. So we have negative 7x plus 8x equals 4. And then, again, we just combine like terms. So 8x, not 8x, my bad, guys. So negative 7x plus 8 is 1. So 1x equals 4, which can be made prettier into just x equals 4. Okay, so now remember at step 3, once we solve the new equation, then we solve for the second variable. So we're going to plug into y equals negative 2x. So y equals negative 2 times 4. Y equals negative 8. So your answer here for this one is ordered pair 4, negative 8. And that's the solution of those two equations. Okay, guys, so I want you to go ahead and try these last two, numbers 9 and 10. Pause your video right now, and then when you unpause it, your answers will be up and all the work, and you can check everything and see how you did. All right, guys, so here are your answers to 9 and 10. So again, we're just following steps 1 through 4 from the last slide. If you have specific questions, let me know. Go ahead and check your work and then start your assignment and submit it by next Tuesday, April 14th at 11:59 p.m.